Crystal, look here. I tell you what I think I should do, Crystal, while you sell some more tickets, because the money is going to a good cause. I was only joking about buying me another dress for the next event. You need a ticket, sir? Okay. So what I'll do is I will bring on, it's time for our special guest to come on anyway. So I will bring them on, and it will give you all an opportunity to buy a ticket while they're performing. Is that okay? But obviously, after that act performs, the raffle will be closed, and I will announce, we'll get one of the birthday people to draw the ticket, and then we'll announce the winner. Is that alright? So maybe, to make it easier, Crystal, is it easier if you stand one place and they come to you? Is that easier? Where should we get you to stand? Over there, maybe in that corner. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you still want a ticket, make your way please over to my left, where Crystal will send you the tickets. And you have as long as it takes for our final act to perform. Our final act for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is another. I'm so glad that the promoters are supporting and promoting our British-born artists.
To go and make an appointment to come back and do this test. test. When I got to the reception, the lady in the reception said, Mr. McKenna, you do not have to make an appointment. This is a simple blood test. It takes less than 10 minutes. Little did I realise that 10 minutes was going to change the rest of my life. 1 week after that blood test, I got a phone call to come back and do another blood test. 4 days after the second blood test, I got a call to go and have a biopsy. And let me tell you guys, ask the ladies in this room, these are the most serious of tests that you have to have. 3 days after that biopsy, I had to do a scan. After the scan, they called me and my wife into the room and said, Mr. McKenna, your prostate is covered in cancer. I got up and I walked out of the room. I went and I sat in my car. And I don't know whether it was because I was scared, frightened, or both. And I'm not ashamed to tell each and every one of you, I sat in the car and I cried like a baby. And I mean cried. Because I didn't know what to do next. My wife came and sat in the car with me. And she said to me, in all the years that I've been with you, I've never known you to quit on anything that you've ever done. That is the strength of the women in this room. And with those words, I got up and I went with her to face the doctor. I said, Doctor, what do I need to do to deal with this problem? He said, Mr. McKenna, if we don't remove your prostate, you could be dead in 6 months. I said, okay, let's do this. He said, there will be some complications, there will be some side effects that you'll have to deal with. I said, Doctor, if I have a chance of being alive, I will take that. I had the operation. I had the operation to remove my prostate. I still, after removing the prostate, had some cancer issues in this area. I had to have 3 months of radiotherapy. During that 3 months, I kept saying to my wife, I need to find some way of dealing with this problem. Again, I'm going to tell you about the inspiration of each and every one of these women in this building. My wife turned to me, she said, this cancer only knocked you down, it didn't knock you out. Please, clap all the women in this building. I was out of work for 6 months. And for those who may not know the story, I used to run a garage in Hackney, repairing cars, servicing and MOTs. I went back to work after 6 months, and a guy walked into my garage to have some work done on his car. Just in a conversation I said to him, when was the last time you had your prostate checked? And he looked at me and he said, what the bleep has I got to do with the gearbox I'm working on my car? I said to him, I will give you 20% discount on the repairs I'm going to do on your car if you go get your prostate checked. The gentleman came back into my garage waving this piece of paper. He said, I took your advice, and I'm going to be honest with you, when I looked at him and he said he had the test done, I was thinking this has just cost me £200. He said to me, I don't want you to give me the money back, and I've got to tell you I was relieved when he said that. He said, look at this. He opened the paper. He had 25.5% cancer in his prostate. He said, you need to donate this money to the charity. but more importantly, you need to raise the awareness of this issue. He was the first of 48 guys that walked into my garage that was diagnosed with prostate cancer. 2 of those 48 guys are no longer here. One was 42 years of age when he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. It lasted 10 months. The other gentleman was 36 years of age. His 2 brothers, his dad and his uncle all had prostate issues, and he refused to do anything about it. He died after 6 months. Now, this problem is very, very serious. And I want everybody to enjoy themselves here tonight. But guys, I'm going to tell you one thing. Every one of these wonderful ladies in here, when they say something to us men, we call it nagging. Let me tell you men, nagging is what saved my life. Nagging saved my life. So please guys, listen to the ladies. Ladies, keep encouraging the men. Prostate cancer needs your help. 47,000 men a year are diagnosed with prostate cancer. Over 11,000 men are going to die of prostate cancer. 1 in 8 European men suffer prostate cancer. 1 in 4 Afro-Caribbean men will have prostate cancer. I have stood outside there and 10 guys that have walked in there to take pin badges and carry their problems with prostate cancer. So this is how serious this problem is. Prostate cancer needs your help because 1 man every hour is dying of this illness. We are going to change this problem. In this room and beyond, this is where we're going to change it. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we please just be, if you are able to, upstanding for Mr. McKenna, because he has selflessly and tirelessly worked to save lives. And Errol, can I just ask you, where is Mrs. McKenna? Is she here?
Mrs. McKenna had to go to work, but she's on her way here. But she said to big up all the ladies. And men, she said, listen to all the ladies beside you. Before you ask them for a dance, make sure you're going to get your prostate checked.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Mr. Errol McKenna. And when his wife gets in, I hope that we're still, maybe the dance hasn't started yet, we have an opportunity to say thank you to her. Okay, so those are our charities, ladies and gentlemen. Do support them. It affects us as a people. Even if you are not a person of colour, we would still appreciate your support and your help. As a people, even if you are not a person of colour, we would still appreciate your support and your help. Alright? Ladies and gents, you alright? Do you know the people who are sitting at your table? Are you going to ask them to dance later on? Ladies, are you going to wait to be asked? Anyone's shoes running a bit? I've got some flip-flops upstairs, I don't know how it is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we're pretty much on time with our itinerary. So I'd now like to welcome this fine young man, great British R&B artist. And as such, he was the first British R&B artist to make it big in the States. Give him a room. No, that takes some doing. Ladies and gentlemen, he also received a Billboard Awards, like the Oscars of the music industry. And he received that award from none other than James Brown. That's another word. our community. But there are a pair of geezers who have lasted decades. They must be about 90 now, because I remember them when I was just going to school. They've got to be about 95. They'll probably come in here in wheelchairs and on crutches. They don't only sing, they used to sing, dance, look good, and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who I'm talking about. Very good friends of mine who I haven't seen for ages. I'm sure they owe me money, so I can't wait for them to come up on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jefferson and Whitfield! Come on, I got one now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, over 12 feet of comedy, the old brothers of comedy, Nestlers, Jefferson and Whitfield!
Thank you.
Oh Lord.
So, for the people who haven't eaten, sorry about that, but that's the thing with us and our food. I know it's going to be a... Sorry, Judah.
So hold on, is this the main course they're bringing up now? So hold on. So the people, so you're just starting the main course now? I must say though, it looked pretty. It looks pretty. It will come.
The food will come. And I saw them prepare the food in the background, so do give them a nice warm welcome when they come out, because you know what it's like with us and our food. You ever gone to a West Indian restaurant to buy food, and when you walk in there, you always almost feel like you're disturbing them. You walk in there and they're like watching you, go, oh, sorry, I'll come back. So that's the thing with our food. So we're just going to quickly find out who's here. Are there any solutions?
Oh! One, just the one.
No, there's a table for it.
Wait, there's a table there. Alright, what about the solutions? Is that Sakafet Dodo?
Lovely set of people until you upset them and they start speaking another language.
What about monstrations?
Jeez, we've got the whole island here. There you go.
What about Grenadians? What about Barbadians?
Well, she looked like a Bajan, because her mouth is actually set like a Bajan. No, it's a nice thing. Bajans are nice people, but they always seem surprised when you meet them. You ever notice that? When you see a Bajan, they'll be like, hi there, where you are, right? Bajan.
Any Africans? Now because of that movie, Black Panther, we are proud to be African, not true? Yeah. Wakanda forever.
Yep.
Wakanda your backside.
It's not a real place.
It's not a real country.
Yeah. Written by a white guy.
It's made up by a white guy called Stan Lee, and he writes comics.
Yeah, so it's not real, but it's still good.
Any Jamaicans in the house?
Jamaican passport. 2. Any Trinidadians here? That's my people. Love Trinidadians, love the music. Their music is actually the easiest music to write, soca. As long as you've got 2 lines in there, wave your hand and jump. Those 2 lines, and we'll prove it to you. We're going to write a song right now on stage.
Right.
Shout out a topic. Just shout out anything and we write it about that. Who said toilet? Alright, give me toilet. Alright.
Yeah, toilet.
Toilet. Alright. I'm gonna write one about toilet to show you. I went to the toilet the other day. I had some curry, so my belly had to pay. I reached out the hand, there was no toilet paper. Raise your hand, no toilet paper. Raise your hand and jump and jump and jump and jump and jump and jump. There you go. Easy song to write.
It's not even that, and all the Jamaicans, you can always tell the Jamaican in the dance. Because when they start playing the zouk and the calypso and the Afro beats, all the Jamaicans just go. Now, hold on. We really don't want to get too political tonight. Because everybody dressed up and we're tired of ourselves.
Yeah.
And we look nice. And some of the young ladies squeezing themselves without that frock.
Yeah.
And the Lord knows, you're not supposed to be away them frock. And the guys, you dress up and you put on a smart suit, and we're glad to be here.
Yes.
But, without getting too political, this Windrush thing, the Windrush, don't it tell you that really and truly, it coming like we don't have no work today? But I don't know if you saw the news. There was an item on Channel 4, and they had the Windrush generation on a open forum chat thing. Do you see it? And never in the history of TV have I seen a collection of speaky, spooky. And did you hear them? Well, when I come to this country now, in 46, and I've been fighting the Queen's Army.
Yes. But the thing is that we have to make sure that we actually push against these things, and these things aren't good. But anyway, moving on, I have to make an announcement. We are now the big people. Do you realize that?
No, you don't. I don't think you heard what we said. We, you and I,
are now.
Delroy, you and I,
yeah.
Junior, you and I.
Yes.
When it comes to going out, we are now the big people. True.
And
when we come through the door there, and you see the stairway. Glad for the stairway.
Glad for the stairway.
When you come to the dance and the banquet in the suite, and you see the carpet on the floor, you're glad for the carpet.
Have you noticed the seats have actually got padding on them? Makes us more comfortable? Because we are the big people. There's certain things you have to embrace being the big people and don't forget it. Because things change when you come to be the big people. For instance, sex changes when you're the big people. It does. I know some of you women expect more, but when we were young, us men when we were young, we were like those little jackhammers. You know the jackhammers when you... Now, we have to go kind of slow. We have to now count ourselves in. We're like, we're like 1, 2. Because we are the big people.
And as the big people, we have children. And don't you find when our children have a gathering in the house, we are the big people in the other room.
Asking them to turn the music down.
And is that right? Asking them to turn the music down.
Yes.
Asking them why they have the television and they leave the light on. We're saying the same things that our parents used to say to us.
Because we are the big people.
Because we are the big people. When we was young, we could have just fling ourselves down on the sofa. Now, if we don't mind how we sit down, we'll get up. No, if we get up.
So, any of us have children here? Boys especially. Any have boys?
How many have children over 20?
So how many of you got a set of boys, young men in the house, eating you out of house and home, with no kind of consideration for your father when you come in? They have the house in the height of summer, the winter, the heating turn up all day.
And if you should ever make a mistake and ask them for keep, and ask them for a contribution towards the light, or towards the bucket of milk.
They ain't doing that. Because now we are the big people. The other thing that's going to change about when we're the big people, I know some of us...
There's a young lady there walking across with an African print, original Wakanda Queen.
There she is.
Lord of mercy.
Don't dance with her, guys, because she will break you. Okay. As I was saying, because now, as I said, being the big people, we're like probably 30 years away from being in a home. I know some of you lot are watching this and going, hey, your children will put you in a home. Believe that. No, you're saying no. Watch what you sign. When they bring things for you to sign, watch that.
You know you're the big people when there's certain things coming on TV and you never used to take notice of it. You know, now they're asking on TV if you have a saving plan. And you start to notice that, well, you know, if I pay the £5 a week, I could have a little saving plan. So that I can take care of the children.
Yes.
My answer to that is, folks, Delroy, the money that you make now, spend it. Spend it. Spend it, Dean. Spend it.
But one of the things of actually being big people, and when we're raving, we listen to the music we listened to 30 years ago, we can still listen to now. Don't you think so?
No, I heard Junior was singing his tune there, and some of the ladies stood up. And let me tell you this, it was so good to see a good old-fashioned little two-step, and some of the women just moving the whole of the construction from the left and to the right, and everything just looked neat and tight. But it's changed now.
It's changed.
Because when we would listen to Junior back in the day, we used to, if we're lucky, you might have a glass of drink in your hand, and you do a little two-step. You even might even have a lighter, because then you could smoke in a public place, and have a lighter. No! The women them are all a phone, a blow speed.
You know? But the other thing about the music, the songs that we used to listen to are more inspirational. You could imagine Sam Cooke walking down to get his morning coffee, and he comes back and he sees the boats going in, and he inspires to write that song, sitting on the dock of the bay. You know, you can imagine Luther Vandross breaks up with his boyfriend again, and he comes home and he sees the chair is just there, and he goes and he's inspired to write that song. A chair is still a chair. But then now you have these children. Imagine one of your son bring his friend home in the height of summer. He's got one big coat on. He falls over. You say, son, you want to take your coat off? He says, no, man's not hot. And he goes home and writes a song that says, man's not hot, your girl is a uckers. What's a uckers? Because we are the big people. Okay, the food's coming. Food's coming. Take it.
How many got the invitation to the wedding? You get the invitation, you're lucky. You know, and
The invitation to the wedding. Can I be your date?
You know, the wedding's going to be nice, and we wish them well, but I want to wait for the firstborn.
I want to wait for the firstborn, because you know the royal family has got black in them. You do know there was a Queen Charlotte, who was the original black queen. She's not the first person. And do you know where she was buried?
In Windsor.
Do you know where she was married?
In Windsor.
Windsor. So they're still keeping us in the said pause up and they're keeping us in the back team. But what I want to do is when the first child is born, you know what throwback is? I want that baby to come out blacker than black. You know that kind of darkness that you can't even make out their features, they're so black.
You know that quarter past blue black.
You know that?
Yeah. And with the ginger here. Oh Lord.
That's going to be that will be something to behold. But as I said, we've moved on now. Years ago we were raving in houses that were abandoned with bin liners that tape up the door. Now we're in a place that probably 20 years ago wouldn't have hided to us. So we've actually come a long way. I think we've actually come a long way to where we were years ago.
And we ought to give a big round of applause to the Dream Team. And of course, Crystal Rose and all the organisers, because it's nice. It's nice for us to come out and have a wonderful time here on a Saturday night, and nobody now will get stuck up.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Lovely.
So, for those hating on this table who have eaten, your food will come. Don't worry, your food is still coming. Is that? Okay. Chicken.
How many brought your own pepper sauce, just in case?
Because have you seen the size of the chicken? It's supposed to be chicken a la carte, but when you see the size of it, you're going to go chicken a la bomber carte. I promise you. A little bit of small tea.
The chicken just looked like it just touched on the plate.
Yeah. Don't know, but that's all good. Anyway, we hope you have a good time. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Those who made how many single women here, by the way? Come on, ladies. How many single women here? Okay, that's just for the men who wanted to know who's single so they don't get boxed up when they ask the wrong woman to know. Oh, there's more.
There's a table over there full of single women. But if you see them teeth, you'll understand why they're single.
No, I'm joking. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your meal.
We're just moving for you.
Good night.
Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Wright.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the meal and today's parents coming on. I'd like to take some few minutes and get your attention for about 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get your attention. I'd like to speak to you about the ACLT, which is the African Caribbean Leukemia Trust, which started in 1996 due to a little girl suffering from leukemia cancer. And his parents buried the girl and Owen Lewis created this charity in 1996 because there was no donors to save his life. In 1996, there was 1 to 250,000 possible matches, because this is specific to your DNA, to your stem cells, to your blood, which is very specific. And we need to encourage us as a community to step up and stand forward and join the bone marrow register. And you can do it simply tonight, by just doing a cheek swab. That's all it is a cheek swab. That's all we need. And you will join the bone marrow register through your cheek swab, through the stem cells. And from that, if you are chosen, then you will go forward to have blood taken out of your arm, cycle through, the stem cells are cycled through and then fed back into your arm. And the simple process is 45 minutes, no longer than that, 45 minutes. You have the opportunity also to join the blood register and the donor register as well, to fill out a simple form. But more importantly, the financial donations that you as a community offer the ACLT help us fund and do these registration drives, that do these blood donor drives, that we support patients that need transplants. It could be a family, it could be a cousin, a wife, a friend. It happens to us all the time. And if you're sitting with a group of Caucasian people, one of those out of 5, 1 out of 5 will be a match to save a patient's life. Looking at the black community, we're looking at 1 out of 100,000. 1 to 100,000, look at the difference. It's better now because we have increased more black people onto the bone marrow register. For your generosity and also your heartfelt. Because imagine you taking a child to the hospital and they say, yes, we can cure your child, but because there's no black people to represent and be on a bone marrow register, you've got next to no chance. So we ask you to join us in the foyer area where you can actually fill in one of these forms, talk to us more about the bone marrow register and how the stem cell system works, and also join the blood register and the kidney and the donor registration. We're here to help you, we're here to fulfill your questions. There's a lot of myths, there's a lot of scared, people are scared, they don't want to give blood, they do this, they do that. Let us talk to you and explain what really truly happens. Overall, I hope you have a good night and thank you for listening. Thank you very much.
Ronnie, thank you so much for being here and bringing this charity to our attention. I personally the ACLT have worked tirelessly for years and years and years. And God bless you with the work, and may you continue to do so. And let us definitely increase that blood register, ladies and gentlemen. God forbid we might need it ourselves one day. One more round of applause for Mr. Ronnie Charles from the ACLT. Like he said, you can get more information, sign up, and maybe make a donation. Ronnie, have you got a little button out there? Okay, my darling. So let's get this is our thing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get behind it and hopefully save some lives as we do so. Okay.
Hi everyone, what we would like to do is to thank you all for coming out. We decided to open the doors at 5 o'clock and we thought, being the people that we are, we might not eat until about 8, 9 o'clock. But we showed that we can be punctual, we can be on time. I've never been to a ball where every single person looks absolutely fantastic. Every single one looks fantastic. You put in the effort, you cared, we cared. Thank you so much for trusting in us and spending your evening with us. This is the first routine. 7-star ball. We might do another. Do you want us to do another one? Are you sure? We'll think about it, won't we? If you want us to, then we will. But we're not hearing that you want us to. Do you want us to do another one? Do you want us to be here? Are you sure? I'm not hearing you. Are you sure? We'll think about it.
Okay, hi people, this is Richard Platinum. I must admit, you guys are amazing. When I say amazing, this ball sold out 1 month after being launched and 3 months before tonight. I mean, the ones that are sitting on diamond and platinum tables, give yourself a round of applause, can you beat? You absolutely knew what time it was, what was going to happen, knew your status, and know that you're 7-star people. So from me,